Ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to thank y'all for tapping in, no matter where you are. If you are on my man Scrizz channel, appreciate y'all for tapping
Sir.
in. If you are in my channel, we appreciate y'all tapping in. It's playoffs, baby. It is playoffs. Not only is it playoffs, it's conference championship. Philadelphia Eagles versus the Washington Commanders. Left hand up.
Let's go. Let's go.
How you feeling today, brother?
Man, I'm feeling good. How about you, bro?
I'm feeling blessed.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
honestly feeling blessed. I can honestly say, at the start of the season, I felt like we was gonna make some noise. I felt like we was gonna be decent, pretty
Yeah.
good. You know, maybe a maybe a 10 game win season.
Right,
You
right,
know,
right, right.
not too much. Rookie quarterback coming in, new head coach coming in, new offensive coordinator coming in, new
Facts.
defensive coordinator coming in, and also new ownership coming in.
Right,
So many moving parts. It
right.
just really it didn't necessarily give me win now mentality. It gave me
Right.
let's go in here, let's build around our rookie quarterback, see if he's the one, or see if we drafted another one. Because you know how many quarterbacks come through Washington. We can't lie.
Man, I think it's just insane what's going on for y'all right now, man. Although we rivals, man, I'm definitely happy for the Washington fan base. Just y'all one of the more loyal fan base that I've been able to see growing up in the DMV and stuff like that, man. So definitely big ups to y'all for the success, man. Like you said just now, definitely exceeded everybody's expectations, man. I think
Really.
as fans, everybody like hey, we going to the Super Bowl at the beginning of the season, but to be one of the final four teams, when it's all said and done, it's always just an amazing feeling, man. And welcome to the party, bro. Y'all one step away from the big game, but y'all gotta
Welcome
come through the
to the
big dogs. You gotta come through the big dogs to get there,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. We gotta come through that
Yeah.
bird cage, man. Gotta
Yes.
come through that bird cage. And then,
Yes.
honestly, bro, like if I'm being completely honest, bro, I wouldn't want to go nowhere else, bro. Like I didn't
Okay.
want to honestly go and play the Rams. Not saying the Rams were not a good team. They got Matthew Stafford,
Right.
Puka
Right.
Nakua, Cooper Cup. We know what those guys do over there. And they
Yeah.
also actually have a former commander on the secondary in Cam Curls, who I really wanted to keep in free agency,
True.
but he didn't see what was going on like everybody else seen, and he went and got that bag. No
Oh yeah.
offense, you
Oh
got to
yeah.
get that money.
Gotta
Got to
get
get that
paid.
money.
Gotta get
Got to
paid.
get paid. Got to
That's the
get
name of the
paid.
game, man. But yeah, for sure, man. Like couldn't ask for a better matchup, man. Divisional game to determine who's going to the Super Bowl. Like that's insane, bro. It's like not only is it the bragging rights for the division, but you're gonna represent the conference in the big game. So it's gonna
Yes,
be
sir.
epic, bro. It's gonna be epic, bro. Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. So
What's up?
in the off season, when that notification came through, Philadelphia Eagles acquire Saquon Barkley. What was your initial reaction?
Man, to be honest, so we had DeAndre Swift last year. And
Yes,
I
who did very decent.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I felt like DeAndre Swift was definitely solid for us and you know, when free agency hit and we let DeAndre walk and there was talks about us possibly getting Saquon. I'll be honest, I had mixed feelings about it. You know, obviously seeing him what he did the first 6 years with New York, you kind of you look at the team success and kind of say, I don't know, man, is it worth paying a running back top dollar? But he was the bright spot for that franchise, probably the only hope that they really had, and I mean, he's exceeded anything I could have hoped for as a running back. Like even if you would have told me he gonna come in and have his best season, what he did out there, I couldn't even imagine. It was unexpected, and it like he's been a hell of an addition to this team, man. Like the heart and soul of this team,
I
and I'm
can
glad we got him.
honestly say
Yeah,
that when that notification popped up on my phone, I kind of was ready to put our season in the bushes, if you know what I mean. Because
for
I
sure.
know our past experiences when it comes to running backs,
Yeah,
and especially we had to deal with Saquon, both of us.
Right, for
twice a
sure.
year,
Yeah.
a whole nother team. And even if we somehow beat the Giants, he's still putting up crazy numbers. And
Right. Yeah.
so, and then you put him on a team that has a AJ Brown and a Devontae Smith and a Jalen Hurts, who is also running back on his feet if he needs to be.
Right, for sure.
So it was kind of a scary moment. Like, damn. And this was, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was before we even knew Jaden Daniels was getting drafted to the Commanders. So,
Uh, yeah. How does
or was that
free agency?
after?
I don't know. I can't think about it right now. It's free agency first or the draft.
Yeah,
I don't know. One of the two.
right. I know one
Yeah.
of the two. Even I know even when I found out we had Jaden Daniels, I was still over there thinking to myself like, damn,
Yeah.
we gotta load the box. We got
Yeah,
to load
man.
this fucking box.
Like I said, like I knew, obviously having the opportunity to play behind the offensive line that we have, I knew he had the potential to make some noise. But 2,000 yards and backwards hurdling over motherfuckers and shit like
It's
that, bro. Like
ridiculous, bro.
I was like, oh, like I feel like he unlocked a new level that we never even seen with him on the Giants, and he was great on the Giants, from
Yes,
time to time. You know what I'm saying? All right.
I actually also want to point out that you guys lost possibly one of the best centers that this league has ever seen before in
Yes.
Jason Kelsey. So I was kind of thinking at first, like, okay, yeah, they got Saquon, but is this going to be one of them? Okay, running back goes, gets big money, but has no line type of thing.
Right. Yeah.
So
Losing Kelsey. Yeah.
how has your line stacked up to your expectations this year?
Once again, man, they exceeded expectations. Obviously, losing Jason Kelsey, who's obviously going to be a Hall of Famer when his time comes.
Guaranteed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's huge, man. And just to be able to have a guy come in and, you know, those shoes to fill are huge. You know what I'm saying? So,
Huge.
for a guy to
Huge.
come in and be half as good as that would be amazing. So, his name is Cam Jurgens. So for Jurgens to step in and do what he does, man, it's just a testament to like really our organization, man, because we're really built around the trenches, and that's offense and defense.
Yes,
Howie
sir. Shout out
Roseman,
to Cam Jurgens.
yeah,
Shout out
man,
to him.
he's doing his thing, man. So, shout out to our O line coach because he's always having them boys ready to play no matter who it is. So definitely them plus Saquon, it's been lethal, man. It's been lethal, man, for sure.
Yeah, so also for us, we got Brian Robinson. I believe this is what his third, maybe fourth year in the league.
Something like that, yeah.
Um, we all know what happened to him when he got drafted in the nation's capital. He's out, just enjoying life, and something happens to him where he gets shot. And
Right.
it's one of those things where, as a Commanders fan slash Redskins fan, we've been here before with a player getting shot who
Hmm.
did not make it. So that was kind of a scary thing, even though it was a couple years back. But one of my biggest pet peeves with what we did not do in the draft this year, I honestly have to say, is we didn't address the running back room. Even though we have Austin Eckler on a 2-year contract for this year, next year,
Hmm.
I understand that piece. He's a toss out quarterback. He can catch screens. He can line up on the line. He could do a little bit of everything out there.
Right.
Um, but I was really looking forward to trying to sneak in one of those late round backs, like those more of like elusive running backs
Right.
that isn't really a pass catcher, but more just like a DeAndre Swift, like you guys had, kind of
True.
another one of
Yeah.
those guys, just in case Austin Eckler didn't live up to his old self. Which I think, despite the couple injuries he had, like you can't predict injuries, so I think he really stepped up. But not only him, I look at players that we acquired like Bobby Wagner, who
Hmm.
just comes and
Yeah.
takes our linebacker room to a whole nother level. We go and get a
Yeah.
Frankie Louvu from
Yeah.
Carolina,
Luvu's
who's
been a
never
beast.
smelled a playoff game in his life or any type of success in his career.
Right.
And these guys are first year on the team and they instantly make an impact. Like you said, Frankie has been a dog, bro. Like that.
Yeah. Frankie Louvu. I think it's a testament to Dan Quinn, bringing in that defensive mind. Obviously, when you guys made that hire, I thought that obviously it was going to fix some things on the defensive end. I think you guys are still like struggling maybe in like the run department, but other than that,
Yes.
watching the Detroit game, obviously they're gonna score points. You're not gonna keep Detroit
Yes.
out the end zone, but I think for the most part, I was able to force turnovers, get Goff out of his spot, which is definitely important. So generate pressure when it matters, and ultimately that's what it comes down to in the playoffs, bro. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Just defense is making the right play at the right time, you know what I'm saying, when that opportunity presents itself. And that's what I noticed with y'all through these first two playoff games, really, man. And it's going to be a test for us, definitely, on Sunday.
Yeah, like I
Definitely.
honestly sit back and I look at our playoff wins this year, and like I honestly believe in the motto that we're pushing right now, like anybody anywhere basically. Like
Yeah, man.
if you want some, come get some. And I think that's how football has to be played. Like,
For sure.
especially now with a lot of the rules being changed with the hitting and the defensive pass interferences and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
the tackling is getting softer. So I feel like you gotta still try to keep that dog mentality in on your players.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I
Definitely.
that Dan Quinn hire, I'ma honestly say I was not a fan of it at first.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
not a fan of it. Not because Dan Quinn has like a flaw at coaching or anything like that. It's more of a I sat there and watched that Super Bowl
Yeah.
where Tom Brady came back, and it just put a bad taste in my mouth. Like I felt
Yeah.
like he didn't control that game the right way. If you let somebody come back that much, I mean, he is the GOAT. This is
Yeah, for
Tom Brady
sure.
we
That's
talk about.
Thomas. That's Thomas.
That's Tom. So
Yeah.
I give him a little bit of break, but I could not have fucking dreamed about the season that he has put together. Like one of the
Yeah.
biggest things to me was he's a defensive quarterback. So I'm thinking it's another Ron Rivera situation. They're
Yeah.
about to just load up on defensive players just
Uh-huh.
because they got somewhat of a name and just hope that they work out.
Yeah.
And really, they went and got Cliff Kingsbury, which made me feel a little bit better because I'm like, okay, so
Yeah.
Dan doesn't want to do the offensive thing. He wants to be head coach and just do his defensive thing. So that made me a little bit happy. Cliff was also one of those, oh man, are we getting the end of Kyler Murray's career,
Right, right,
uh,
right, right.
Cliff Kingsbury, or are we getting the beginning of Kyler Murray's career, Cliff
Yeah.
Kingsbury? And we can honestly say Cliff has been a guru. He has many quarterbacks: Johnny Manziel, Patrick Mahomes, Kyler Murray. Like
Yeah.
he's helped develop a lot of good quarterbacks. So that was a good pickup for us. And
For sure, for sure. I think I mean, right now it's just looking like what y'all needed was to get rid of the problem at the top. And that was Daniel Snyder. You know what I mean? That was the misfortune for y'all that seems to be turning around right now is the new ownership, and it's, as you can see, it's from the top down, man.
yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. So Uh, let's spice it up a little bit. I want to throw a little ruffles in y'all feathers real fast and
All
see how
right.
you feel. So,
Let's see. Let's see.
the media has been really trying to break this AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts connection up as much as they can. They catching the man reading books on the sideline. They taking old clips from old interviews and trying to make it seem like it's new interviews, and
Right, right,
the
right.
he and making it seem like him and Jalen Hurts is beefing. And I honestly want to say, like, you guys aren't playing bad football. Like
Yeah.
it's not the like let it rip football that it used to be, but you
Right.
got Saquon Barkley now. He's putting up damn near 200 yards a game. Like,
Hey, man. At the end of the day, I say winning cures all. I
yeah,
don't
that's
give
what
a
I wanted
damn.
to ask. Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
prefer the running offense or the passing offense, or are you just win at all costs?
Win the damn game, man.
Win the game.
Um, Jalen Hurts goes out there and throws 300 yards, three touchdowns, no interceptions, and we lose the game. I don't give a shit about the stats. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? As far as the AJ thing is concerned, he's a wide receiver. a number one wide receiver at that.
Yep.
You know,
And
those
most of
guys,
them are divas.
you know what I'm saying? Them guys gonna have personalities. It's their job to go out there and catch the football. So when things ain't going, how they supposed to, I understand, for him to express himself. However, I'm not with, the distraction, especially at the point that we're at in the season now. We're playing
Yeah.
winning games. It's two more
Right.
games to go. That's it. You win on Sunday or you go home. And then, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. So I think AJ should lock in. He's going to get his opportunities. He had 2 or 3 drops last week. So, it shouldn't be really no complaining coming from him this past game against the Rams. Yeah, he dropped like 2 or 3 jumps. He would have had at least 100 yards.
Yeah.
So I just think it's about being ready. And like I said, I don't give a damn. We run the ball, pass the ball, kick the ball, pick the ball, win the game, man. 13-10, 31-20. I don't give a damn. It's about
Yes,
winning at
sir.
the end of the day, man. So, you know, Jalen Hurts, do I think our offense can improve in certain areas? Absolutely. But,
Yeah.
you
And I
know,
think that
yeah,
goes for anybody's offense. I mean,
yeah.
like Patrick Mahomes and them won 2 Super Bowls back to back, and they offense
Look at
hasn't
them.
looked nearly as good as it used to.
And what did it result in? Another number one seed, and they potentially about
Yep.
to play for a three-peat, potentially.
Yep.
You think
Yep.
they give a damn if Patrick Mahomes got 400 yards?
Man, I don't even think Patrick Mahomes cares.
Hey,
I
but
think
that
he care
man,
about going like this
I
at
was
the
just
end of the
about to say, that man worry about
day.
that jewelry, shawty.
Yeah, man.
Y'all niggas can have
Yeah,
stats. Look at Joe Burrow and them. Stats. Jamar Chase, Triple Crown, stats. Them niggas at the house. You feel
yeah,
me?
man. Yeah, I could definitely say this has been a storybook run for us, man. Like
Man,
Jaden Daniels has came in and
a
reinvented
godsend.
our team as a
Yeah.
culture, as a
Mhm.
as a city. He got people jumping back on the team bandwagon, man. Like, and that's one thing I always had to let people know, man. Uh, this ain't no bandwagon over here, man.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been through the worst of the worst with
Oh,
these
yeah.
guys,
That's the
and
beauty of it.
I'm a bleed. I'm a bleed with them. I'm a
Yeah.
believe in them, and I'm
Yeah.
a fight with them. And that hard work pay off, man. I can honestly say that, man, because like I could definitely say like if you look at our team on paper, it doesn't even say conference finals on it. Like it honestly does it, bro. Like, yes, we have a number one receiver, even though
Yeah.
people don't like to give Terry his credit. But I
I don't know
believe
why.
after
I don't
after
know
the
why.
season he has put up this year, there's
Yeah.
no doubting that this man is up there with the top receivers in the league, bro. Like
Yeah, for
this
sure.
man has put up 1,000 yard seasons with over 13 different quarterbacks. This man has had 13
Man,
quarterbacks and played for one team.
I was just about to. Oh, damn. Is that an exaggerated number, or has he really played for 13?
I can double check it right
Oh,
now to be safe, but I,
damn.
I'm honestly, I think it might
Well,
be like 9 or 10.
even if it's that, yeah, that's insane. Because I'm sure he's not even nowhere close to his
Well,
number
look, we
10
could we
year.
could we could take a second. I could
Yeah,
just throw it out there. Sam Howell,
right,
Dwayne Haskins,
right.
Alex Smith,
Okay, that's 3,
Case Keenum.
4.
Um, it's been a whole bunch of backups that came
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Didn't he have Wentz?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, 5.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, that's insane right there. Because
Taylor Heineke.
6, yeah.
Um,
Jaden
and
Daniels, yeah.
the list continues to go on. And
Yeah,
even
yeah,
this year, he's caught passes by Marcus Mariota.
yeah.
Oh, last year he caught passes from Jacoby Brissett.
Wow. And he's been
Um,
consistent through all that. That's how you know he's been a dog. And he's
and
definitely been
he's one of those
yeah.
receivers that doesn't have the ego, which makes me like him even
Oh
more.
yeah,
Like
for sure. Yeah.
it's a lot of guys that are like the receiver, like everybody's coming out there. They got their ice on, they flashy. Terry come out there, and it's like when he hits that field, he flips into that diva personality that they have off the field. He flips it to on the field, and I
Yeah, for
love
sure.
that about Terry.
Terry is definitely a dog. He's been a thorn in our side since he came in the league. I remember when he was a rookie, he was scoring on us his first game. I said, Jesus, this dude is
All
a
right, so
problem.
let's break down some numbers real fast. All
All
right, so
right, let's get into it.
we got game one stats right here. Um, of course, you guys won that game.
Yep.
First downs was 18 to 23. You guys took that. Passing yards was 170 to 226. You guys took that. Run yards is a crazy difference, 93 to 228.
That was the difference in the game right there.
Jesus Christ. Four penalties by both teams. Sorry about the baby in the background.
Yeah, you
Um,
good, you good. I know how that go.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. JD5 numbers 22 for 32 passing yards.
Yep,
I mean, yeah, 30, 22 for 32,
yep,
191, one touchdown, one pick. Jalen Hurts 18 for 28, 221 passing yards, zero touchdowns, zero picks. So
yep.
we could clearly see Saquon just whooped our ass that game.
Yeah, yeah. The running game was definitely key in that game. I actually, they replayed it on NFL Network, and I got a chance to look at it again. And I noticed that it was actually a close game throughout the whole game, and it was kind
It
of
was.
okay. It was kind of broken open at the end there by Saquon. But one thing that I really take away, if you go back and look, Jaden Daniels on the ground in that game was 7 carries for 18 yards. So I
Whew.
think that I think, and he was dealing with an injury at the time.
Yeah, that was right after the
Okay.
rib stuff.
Okay, yeah. So I think that right there was definitely key for us because in that second game, I know his numbers was definitely different on the
Yep,
ground.
yeah, let's get into that. All right,
Yeah,
let's go break down the second game.
yeah,
Second game, the Commanders took that one. First downs was pretty even, 20 to 23. We took it by 3. Passing yards 127 to 225. I mean 255. We took that.
yeah, yeah.
Saquon still had a big game, 211 on the ground for you guys to
Yep.
our 113. Jalen Hurts actually got hurt in that game, so Kenny
Right.
Pickett stepped in and went 14 for 24, 143, one touchdown, one pick. Jaden Daniels, 24 for 39, 260,
Yeah.
five touchdowns,
Five
and one
tugs.
pick.
Yeah, five
Nine
tugs.
yard, 9 rushes on the ground for 81 yards.
See what I mean? Definitely a huge difference, man.
Very big difference. And we
Yeah,
can't point out the elephant in the room. Yes, Jalen Hurts got hurt. But I can honestly say, and it's not me being biased, but
yeah.
your defense wasn't hurt. And Jaden
Yeah.
Daniels, as a rookie, put up 5 touchdowns.
I was about to say for sure, Jalen Hurts definitely doesn't play defense. He wasn't the reason y'all scored 36 points. So, now, I mean, it does make a difference, when QB1
Yes.
goes down, on the
Yes.
offensive
Big
side of the
difference.
ball, there's a
And
momentum
Pickens
shift.
wasn't playing bad
Nah, he
until that
definitely,
pick.
yeah, he did what a backup's supposed to do, and it's be serviceable. And like I said, he threw a bad interception. I think we was up like 21-7 in that game at some point in time, so it was just an electric comeback by y'all, man. Just a hell of a game by Daniels. I mean, he was making
Yes.
plays. I remember he got a first down on like a fucking 4th and 11. He scrambles out of there. So, and 5 touchdown is huge, man. And I noticed you guys, if the game is close and Jaden Daniels has a chance at the end,
Going
he's
down that field.
you see he's pretty much come through for y'all, and it's been like that for a lot of games. Most notably since that Hail Mary y'all had against Chicago, it seems like
Yes.
every time after that it was clutch win after clutch win. So this just
Even,
crazy
yeah,
to
man.
see. It's crazy to see from a rookie, bro. Like, it's gonna be a hell of a game on Sunday, man. We got our hands
Yeah, if
full.
I'm looking at those games side by side with each other,
Yeah,
and we fill in the fact that Jalen Hurts is coming back, um, I feel like we might got ourselves a shootout on our hands, like, cause
it has the
hey,
potential to
man,
get
like,
crazy, man. I think you got, definitely two electric offenses. Y'all have a quarterback with the it factor, a number one receiver that can make plays. I think, and just having a quarterback that y'all have, he elevates y'all weapons. Obviously Terry, he's already a top tier receiver in this league, but guys like the resurgence of Zach Ertz and De'Ami Brown making plays and things of that nature,
yes,
man. That's
yes,
just the blessing of having a quarterback of that nature, man. So yeah, like you said, it could be epic, man. If we do what we need to do on offense, y'all do what y'all need to do on offense. Definitely both squads are capable of exceeding 30 points, man, for sure.
Yeah, man. I think it's gonna be one of them games that I feel like gonna go down in maybe playoff history, man. Like it just has that potential. Like
Yeah,
you can't get a better scenario. Eagles, Commanders, for a chance to go to the bowl. We
man.
in
What?
Philadelphia, man, the city of champions, man. Man, it's one of those things like like man, I can't even put it into words because like me being here on this earth, I have not experienced this yet. Like you guys have experienced this. Y'all have gone to Super Bowls, y'all have lost, y'all won one,
Right, right,
and
right.
you actually got to see that. Me,
Yeah,
I'm still I'm still I want that taste. I want that first taste,
yeah,
man.
for
Like,
sure, for sure.
and I wouldn't have it no other way. Like I said earlier, man, going through Philly, like the teams we beat to get here, like Tampa's not no slack, and then we
Right.
come in and take on the number one seed
Yeah, man.
in their house
Both
in
games
that
on the road. Yeah,
Detroit environment.
yeah,
Like it don't get
yeah.
no better than that for the story, man.
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I was probably one of the few people who picked y'all to win that game. I don't know why. For me personally, I think sometimes having that number one seed and having that bye week can come back to haunt you. And for a
Yeah,
team like Detroit, I'm not gonna say that they're not battle tested, but if you look at their schedule outside of their division, they didn't really play nobody, bro. And if you look at their division, everybody got bounced out in the first round. The Packers, the Vikings, and the Lions all got bounced out, man. I always tell people the NFC East will forever be one of the toughest divisions.
the best, man,
I
the
yeah, I don't
toughest,
care
man.
what the records say. Even when we know some of the teams are having a down year and the records ain't good, this is one of the toughest divisions. We got three teams that play in cold weather predominantly all year, all outdoor teams besides Dallas. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't surprised that y'all go into Detroit, which is a dome team,
Yep.
and and handle business. Y'all have a quarterback that can get it done, and that's one of the main things you need, man. So I wasn't surprised, man. And I'm an Eagles fan to the death. I think we're gonna win on Sunday, but would I be surprised if y'all go in there and take care of business? Honestly, no.
Yeah, and I think that goes mutual. Like
Yeah.
I'm on such a high right now. I think we can beat anybody,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it would not be like the end of the world if you guys beat us because now we showed ourselves,
Oh
especially some
yeah.
of our younger players showing themselves like what we can be. And what people I don't want to get too ahead of the track, but what people don't realize is we are going to have one of the highest cap spaces this offseason.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So you
Like
got potential to add weapons. Yeah.
we might not have a great first round pick this year because it looked like we might be picking down in the 30s and stuff. But
Right.
hey,
Right.
man,
Right.
I'll give up a high pick for the season we had.
Oh, for
But
sure. Anytime.
to be honest, like we're gonna have some of the most cap space in this season. So now we have a young quarterback, Jaden Daniels, who's come in as a rookie, got his
Right.
team to the conference finals, possibly a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's some free agents out there looking like Washington might be where it's at now. Like
Oh yeah.
before, it was I ain't going to Washington. Now
Yeah.
it's like, hold up, wait a minute,
The future's definitely
Washington.
looking. Yeah.
It's looking bright,
Yeah.
man. Like
Definitely
I,
looking bright
I
for y'all,
also
man.
I feel like we are a couple pieces away from putting our name in that list of the Philadelphia Eagles, in the Kansas City Chiefs, in the Buffalo Bills, in the Baltimore Ravens.
Right.
I feel like we're a couple pieces away. Like
You
I want
took
to see
care
us
of the main part
the main part.
that you said that all the teams on that list you just named have, and that's a
Yep.
franchise quarterback.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? That's the main thing, and that's something y'all have been longing for years. You thought RG3, was the closest thing y'all had to that, and then unfortunately it worked out the way that it did. But once you have the quarterback, it gives you so much leeway of
Yeah.
just being able to build your team. You know what I'm saying? Because now you can see the direction that your franchise could go in. Yeah, man, y'all, it's looking bright, man. Free agents, draft, all
It's
type of things, man.
definitely looking bright, man.
Perhaps a
Definitely
new
looking bright.
stadium back in DC in the future. You know what I'm saying?
Man, come on, man. Don't get me too excited,
Come
man.
on
Don't get
now.
me too excited, man. You already know, man.
You feel
Like
me?
I said, man, just know that
Huh?
If we get past Philadelphia, and no matter who come out from the other side, if we get there
Yep.
and we win this Super Bowl,
Mhm.
I will be downtown for that parade, my
Oh
boy.
yeah.
I'm coming
Likewise.
home. I'm
Likewise.
coming
Yeah.
home, my boy.
Yeah, that's a
Cause
question I got for
man,
you though. That's a question I got for you. So if y'all do advance, y'all go to the bowl, who do you want to play? Kansas City or Buffalo?
if I'm talking as a competitor, it's the same thing as Dan Quinn has been preaching. Anybody, anywhere.
Okay, for sure.
Anybody, anywhere. If I'm a fan speaking right now, I would rather play Buffalo.
Okay.
Only because I think that scenario would be a little bit more fitting for us to win,
Right.
because it would be Josh Allen's first time in a big game
Right, right, right,
inside the
right.
Super Bowl. Plus, it would be Jaden Daniels' first time in the big game, and all the other commanders in the big game,
Right.
versus us going in there versus Patty, who's been here before
Oh yeah.
multiple times.
Going for a
It's
three-peat.
going for a three-peat at that. Like, I think, honestly, not saying that uh Kansas City would come in and beat us down, but I think that Kansas City would kind of look at us like, all right, we got to go
It
through Washington.
the stakes would definitely be high. It'd be a
Yeah.
tall task.
What about you? Who would you rather face in the Super Bowl this year if you
Give me
guys
the
advance?
motherfucking Chiefs, baby. Give
You
me the
want that
goddamn
revenge?
Kansas City. Put
You want
Patty on
that
a
get
fucking
back?
platter, man.
You want that get
Um,
back, man?
kind of like what you just said. I think Buffalo would give us a better matchup.
Yeah,
Um, and that's not taking away nothing for them. I think Josh Allen is insane, and it would definitely be a hell of
crazy.
a game either
I
way.
think Josh Allen's like Carson Wentz on
Mhm.
steroids a little bit.
Carson Wentz during that MVP season, yeah,
Yeah,
hell
bro.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
man, two
But
big dudes.
yeah, give me Kansas City though, man. We gotta. I want that get back. Just for all the stakes, obviously the revenge game. I got love for Andy Reid, former Eagles coach. You know what I'm saying? I want to get one off of him. Just a lot. Carson Wentz actually is the fucking Chiefs backup, so you know
Crazy.
what I mean. If we played him, I would hate for him
He
to
would
beat
have
us.
two rings.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? All type of shit, man. So it's yeah, give me the Chiefs, bro. I don't fear
Man,
them. Um, I think it would be a scary game, obviously dealing with them, dealing with
yeah,
some of the favorable calls they get. But I want to knock, to be the best, you gotta beat the best, bro. I want to knock the top dogs off and keep them from getting that three-peat, man.
yeah, man. I don't knock anybody for winning, but I
Mm.
mean, I'm tired of seeing the Chiefs,
Oh
man.
yeah, and
Get
it's
them up
time.
out of here,
Yeah, it's
man. It's
time
time
to
to
go
get
ahead.
them up out of here, man.
Three,
It's
three
like
in a row is too
they
much.
starting to become the Patriots, man. We tired
Exactly.
of seeing y'all motherfuckers. We don't want to see Taylor Swift on camera every
Oh
5 minutes.
god damn. I almost don't want them to go just because of her.
I don't want to see
Yeah.
Taylor Swift
And
on
what's so
camera
crazy? She
36
was an Eagles
times.
fan.
Really?
She was an Eagles fan before all this Travis Kelsey shit. She's from like
Man.
fucking Pennsylvania or some shit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
yeah,
she's
man.
supposed to stay with her squad, man.
All right. Let's get to the nitty gritty, dog. What you got for Sunday, man? What are your real thoughts
Yes,
on
sir.
what's
Yes,
going
sir.
to
Let's
occur
get
on
to
this
this,
field on
man.
Sunday, man?
Honestly, honestly, I'm going to say Commanders are going to win. And
Okay.
we will win because I believe the moment is not too bright for Jaden Daniels. I believe the room gets darker as the stage gets bigger. See, most people, when they step onto that stage, the light gets bright and it clouds their vision,
Yeah.
and it makes their heart race. I feel like every time the game gets more intense, I feel like every time he gets hit more,
Hmm.
every time he throws a bad pass, he just gets better. And he honestly locks in. And I honestly think he is going to be the key factor to the game. I believe as long as JD5 goes out there and stays himself, and they don't try to do nothing extra with him, they don't try to force him into a running quarterback all game. Let him
Yeah.
go out there and be him. Like, let's go out there and prove it. Like you said, man, like it's anybody, anytime, anywhere. Let's go out there on the field. Let's do what we do all season. We're not going to go out there and dominate on every aspect. We're not going to go out there and walk in and make it an easy game. We're not going to go in there and just skunk you guys. It's going to be a dogfight. I honestly believe it's
Gonna
going
be
to
a
be a
dog fight.
dogfight.
Yeah,
But I feel the same way that everybody felt about Tom Brady, and I also feel the same way everybody feels about Patrick Mahomes. You give him that ball in a winning situation, we going downfield.
for sure. Got a score prediction, or are you just gonna leave it at that?
I can't give it a score prediction because
Okay.
I honestly feel like this is going to be one of them games. Like I could see like maybe a safety happen in this game,
Wow. Okay.
a couple missed field goals in this game. So I
Gotcha.
feel
Yeah.
like the score is going to be one of them ugly high scores. Like
Yeah.
it's going to
I
be like
gotcha.
some. It's going to be
Yeah.
one of them scores. Like all right, it was some points scored, but it was
Hmm.
also some points left off the table
Yeah.
on both
Yeah.
ends.
For sure.
Like
For sure, man.
how you
Yeah,
feeling
man.
though, man? What are you guys gonna come in there and do to send y'all to another Super Bowl so Jalen Hurts can try to get his get back on Mr. Patrick Mahomes?
It's a few things, man. A few things. Okay, so main thing, number one, Jalen Hurts' health is definitely a concern.
Yes,
He's QB1. I feel like it's imperative that in this game he's as close to 100% as possible. I think y'all don't got nothing to lose. This is win or go home. So,
facts.
a regular season game, guys might take it easy. I think y'all gonna be going out there trying to tear his ass up on Sunday just cause y'all can smell blood and y'all know that there might be a potential injury. I'm not saying y'all gonna be headhunting or trying to take him out per se, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Strategically, y'all know he's not 100%, so we're gonna turn it up and do what we need to do to
Yes,
get to the
sir.
fucking Super Bowl. So that's definitely a concern. So okay, we got that. Number two, this game is in Philly. I think we have one of the more epic home field advantages in the league.
It's a war zone in there,
Yeah, you
man.
know what I'm saying? So that's definitely working in our favor. Now this is a division game. It doesn't matter. Y'all have come to Philly and won before. We've come to Washington and won before. So it is what it is. Um, right now we got the number one defense. There's never been a rookie to lead his team past the NFC Championship and go to the Super Bowl. So this would definitely be a first. And ultimately, man, I can't see it. But like I said, the Jalen Hurts injury is a concern. That's what's kind of teeter tottering. And if he goes out of the game, it's a toss up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Toss
I
up.
can't. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna call it assuming he's healthy enough to finish the game. I think the Eagles get the win. I think Washington puts up a fight. I think Jaden Daniels is legit. I think y'all gonna score some points. However, I think turnover, something, a turnover. Y'all are very
Yeah.
aggressive on fourth downs. It could be a
Yes,
turnover on
very.
downs. Something like that is going to decide this game.
Yep.
And I think ultimately I'm going to lean towards the experience over a rookie coming on the road and taking his team to the Super Bowl, man. I'm going with the odds on this one.
Okay.
I'm going to choose my squad
Yes,
as
sir.
a
Yes,
fan,
sir. As you should, man. As you should, man.
just looking at it from a neutral standpoint, man, I would be not surprised, but I feel like Jaden Daniels would have to come and once again play a perfect game, which he did in Detroit last week.
Yes,
But I think it's a
sir.
tall task for him to come, and I think he would definitely have to do a similar performance uh, from last week for y'all to pull it off. And I think our defense is kind of, honestly, I think we're better than Detroit's. Um, they got a lot of guys injured and stuff like that went down. So I think it'd definitely be a different matchup for you guys. It's not a dome. It's gonna be outside in the elements. So I think the Birds get the win, man. We go back to the Super Bowl, but I think y'all put up a fight, man. And you keep it close, but I think Saquon does what he does at the end, man. Y'all probably hold him down for 3 quarters, but second half, I think he does what he does, and we just it's obviously too much. I mean, it becomes too much for y'all to handle, man. good fight, but I think y'all just fall short a little bit, man.
Definitely,
Birds to the
definitely.
bowl.
Birds to the ball? Nah, man.
Birds
Commanders,
to the
man.
bowl.
Commanders is taking command, man. This year,
Hey,
man. I'm telling you, it's our year, man. But you
it'll
know,
be fucking epic, bro. Either way, like I definitely tip my hats to y'all, man, cause just to make it this far has been amazing for y'all, man. I think it was what 1993 or 92 that y'all won a Super Bowl or something like that. That was the last time y'all been
yeah, man. I was
this
just
far.
talking to
Yeah,
wifey. I told her like I'm not even gonna lie, like I'm not even gonna stream during this game, bro. I'm gonna
yeah.
just I
Take
really
it
want to
in,
sit down and soak this one in,
take
man.
it
I'll
all in.
stream. We could definitely do this again afterwards, no matter
Yeah,
the outcome for either team, man.
for sure, for
Just
sure.
put it on the table, man. It's
Yeah,
definitely been a great ride, and
yeah,
I'm not ready for it to end. So we got to
yeah,
go take
man.
care of business on Sunday, man.
3 o'clock, man. It's all eyes on that, man.
Yes, sir. But definitely
Yeah,
appreciate you tapping in with me, brother,
for
man. We
sure,
definitely got
bro.
some more work coming soon, man.
Yes.
Shout out to the Wave, man. Shout
Oh
out to all
yeah,
the fellas, man. You know, free
yeah,
all the guys, man. Sunday, man. We coming conference championship. Commanders
yeah.
versus the Eagles in Philadelphia. If you not there, I don't know where you gonna be, cause everybody gonna be there.
Telling you, it's lit. Let's get it, man. I definitely holla at you before game time, Brody.
Yes, sir, brother. Appreciate it, man.
All right, thanks for having